There was an incident that happened in Tunisia. Now, that is a North African country. Those of you who may have not heard, yes, some people may not have heard of that country because unfortunately in America, they have really dumbed the majority of people down. They call all those nations just Africa, like it's the United States of America. It's just Africa. That's it. So people say Africa, 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 and it's not Africa. It's made up of a lot of different people and factions. Well, Tunisia, I remember a while back I did a live stream about them. It's a country that's ran by Arabs. They got black folks there, of course, but it's ran by Arabs. And in this particular live stream I done a few years ago, they showed how they were treating black people literally like the Jim Crow South with Arabs. Okay. And in that video, I'm like, how in the hell y'all letting Arabs treat y'all like that in your own homeland? How? I don't understand that. I love my people. I really do. But I can't get down to weakness, man. I see too much weakness on the African continent. And I'm going to get to some things I've seen there. But this video, and I don't know how much of it I can show. I'm going to try to show just a little snippet of it so I don't get in trouble at least. But this was a Tunisia airline had a few operable aircrafts, but they overbooked passengers who waited at the airport for 2 days. But then when they start letting people on, they only let the non-black people on board. But when black people started to protest about it, all of a sudden they start taking out sticks and whipping butt. And while Africans was sitting there watching it happen and doing nothing. I don't care what nobody say. One thing I appreciate about Black America is that we have shown the world that we will stand up against white supremacy. We will go toe to toe with them. They got to pull out all their military gear against us that they spend all this money on. We are the only group that will stand up with courage and without fear. And that's been the history of our people in this particular land. And everyone know our reputation no matter where we go. As I stated before, we have a reputation when people see us say, oh, you a Black American. And there's a lot of good that comes out of being a Black American when you travel different places in the world. But what I have seen in this video is something I've seen in other instances. You remember like what recently happened in Morocco, where African people are trying to go to Spain and running away from their land with all the resources and everything, constantly running away from it instead of running to it. How is it the Chinese and everybody else is running to the places they live, but they running from it? They went over there to Morocco, Arabs again, and they end up killing a lot of them over there. Very, very graphic video. Years ago, it was Libya, where there's a bunch of Arabs are at now. Gaddafi isn't there anymore to keep things in line. Arabs are sitting up there putting their behinds in slavery. Once again, running away from Nigeria, running away from this, running away from that. But other people can come to Nigeria and make bank all day long. And they let everybody put hands on them in that African continent. Arabs, different Asians I've seen over the years, the whites. There is a spirit of weakness on the African continent. Weakness. It is the truth. This is why I don't really you really don't want me to go down the line about that, getting into that diaspora war. And I don't want to get into it because I know it's going to be more harmful if I get into it than good, because I've seen what go on over there. And anybody that come over here wagging their finger about Black America, you really don't want to go there, at least with me, because I think about the bigger picture is why I don't jump into it, because I know, like I say, it will be more harmful than good. But what I will say is this: you can't come over to America wagging your finger when we can see videos like this happening on the African continent. And y'all don't even speak up about it. Y'all don't even say anything. Y'all looking at us in Black America. Hey, y'all gonna say anything about that? Like, you living over here, you come from these particular countries or close to it. Why aren't you saying anything about it? Why aren't you going in about it? But the question that we have is this: how is it that y'all let Arabs, Asians, and other groups come into your homeland and put hands on you. They would never allow you to come in their homeland and put hands on them. You look at America. The only time they put hands on somebody for the most part is on women. How many brothers you see that these different groups really be putting their hands on like that? They don't do that. They know better because they know it's going to be a response. We have proven that year after year after year after year after year. These Arabs should be scared to put hands on y'all. They should be scared. But the problem is on that African continent is that tribalism. That's why I don't like it. I don't like it here. I don't like it there. Definitely I don't like it here. And I don't like it there either. Because all this tribalism that you got going on, how has that benefited you? See, black folks in America, we couldn't do tribalism because racism, white supremacy showed us we all black and we got to stick together. And that is a beautiful thing. But when y'all come to this country, y'all want to keep up that tribalism crap that didn't work where you come from. If it didn't work where you come from, why you want to bring it over here? You need to get in line with what we do here. And we say we black here, we black American, get in line with that. Because if tribalism worked, you wouldn't have to talk about coming over here for a better freaking life. But let me tell you something else I've seen in the African continent that bothered me to the core, and I never forget it to this day. I was in Ethiopia. First time I went. And I had a grown man ask me for some money to buy a pair of jeans. And the way he asked me, bruh, was like broken and defeated kind of asking. I'm like, where your manhood at, bruh? Why are you asking another man something like that? I don't care where that man come from. Why are you coming to me like that? I'm like, man, hold on, bruh. I mean, like, I gave him the money because I'm like, it wasn't nothing for me to do it. But I'm like, how you don't have no pride as a man to go ask another man something like that? Why? I didn't even have women coming up asking something like that. Even the children that came up to me, like they at least had a product they was trying to sell. But you come and ask me for something like that as a grown man? And I thought, okay, that was a one-off, right? South Africa, I was over there. They had this dude in the street begging people, especially white people, for money. And the way he was begging, bro, like I said, listen, I've seen people try to ask for money here in the States. It ain't, trust me, what happens over there, it ain't nothing like what you see here. I'm like, bro, how do you sit up here and do it kind of begging you doing? I don't even see how your women would even lay down with you the way you sit up here begging like that. I don't think that would turn your women off. All that weakness that y'all got going on. Weak. It is utter weakness. But you got all that energy to fight your own, though. You'll fight another African all day long. Oh, you quick to fight an African, but if it's other groups, you're scared. What's wrong with y'all? Even in it's all over the black world. Even here, we'll fight each other. We'll get good. The Pookie and Ray Ray getting the gunplay on each other all day long. But George Zimmerman's still running around. All these different race soldiers that done our people wrong, or even just white supremacists running around. But let something happen with us. It's like when it comes to other groups, it's like you're scared to do anything. Listen, black people in America are considered a quote unquote a minority. We in the minority here. Do you really think in the African continent, if black Americans were the majority of any of those countries, do you really think that would go down? Do you seriously think any of that will go down? I'm telling you from me being over there, how they reacted to me. Just me even looking at them certain ways, then folks start getting looks and like, whoa, who the hell? Just real quick. Speaking to them certain ways, they get some act right. I'm in Ethiopia, and I had my years ago, I had like the old school original Black Panther Party shirt on. Them folks saw that shirt, boy, their eyes got big. Boy, they were bucking their eyes when they saw me with that shirt. And then I just looked at them. And because, listen, this is what you do. When them folks start looking at you, look at them in the eyes and stare them hard in the eyes and make them wait until they look down before you look away. That shows them that I ain't scared of you. I'm not gonna look down. I'm not gonna look on the floor. And so I'm even worse about it in an African country. You better not look at me a certain way. You know what I'm saying? You better not. Oh boy. Yeah, you better not do that. Because it's gonna be on. It's gonna be on and popping when I'm in the African continent. And that's just me being one man. Now imagine we had a bunch of us show up over there. Man, we wouldn't put up with that. But y'all gotta stop that. And y'all, even the African women on the continent, man, y'all need to stop being with them dudes. For real. If they that doggone weak and gonna sit up here and let all these different groups of men put their hands on them, and they not providing for y'all like they should, then y'all don't need to be with them. And I know a lot of them sisters on the African continent like, yeah, that's why I'd rather be with a brother from America. I'd rather be with a brother from here or there. And I'm not talking down on y'all, but I'm saying y'all got to tighten up, man. Y'all, a lot of you African men got to tighten the hell up over there. Begging somebody for this, begging somebody for that, not having no get up and go on certain things, man. I've seen it with my own two eyes, and it's sad. It is so sad. I know they got brothers here in the West that got their issues and problems too. But doggone it, like I said, it ain't like what I've seen over there. It is not like what I've seen over there. And like I said, that is that's not good, ladies and gentlemen. It's not good at all. I hate to see, this. I hate to see it. It pisses me off. Completely pisses me off. But I'm kind of tired of even talking about it to a point, because it's like y'all not even trying to do nothing about it. Y'all gonna sit up here and let these people keep putting hands on y'all, and then y'all always leaving your countries. And when you leave your country, somebody else coming in. I can go to any African country right now. Give me a couple of years to get settled. Watch what I do. I already got my plans on at least one country so far, unless something changed. Watch what I do. And I'm the type of person, I'm not going to be predatory and I do anything. I would hire the local people that's there, work with them, help build them up too. You know what I'm saying? So they can be making their own money. I'm not a person like them other groups who will come there and just be predatory and take advantage of y'all. I won't do that. Because I look at that's my people. I'll never take advantage of my people like that. That's wrong. But how is it that we can come into the African continent and we see the opportunities? I see the opportunities, but y'all are leaving the countries, leaving where all the resources at, leaving. Uganda just found what, $12 trillion worth of gold? Why in the hell would you leave Uganda right now? You should be trying to figure out how I'm gonna get in on that gold mining right now if I'm in Uganda. But y'all want to come risk your life going to the West. Risk your life going to Saudi Arabia. Look, y'all going to a lot of you women, and that's sad. Your women risking their life going to be housekeepers in Arab countries and literally being put in slavery. I had somebody send me a video just the other day of an African woman being beat every day by an Arab child for fun, just being beaten up behind with sticks, beaten up behind with a broom, all that. To me, that's a failure of your men. How is it your women are going to other countries because they can't get anything done? That is a failure of the men. Say what you want. You don't see black women going to these different countries being housekeepers, getting their behind beat, black American women. You don't. And it's sad because the rate of pay, you can create a business and hire a bunch of those women and actually pay them good. And then at the same time, because I've seen it, shout out to African Tigers, when the women call y'all out about y'all weakness, and when they call y'all out about y'all not working as you should, you want to beat the women and put your hands on the women. I've seen men on Facebook threaten African Tigers. Other African men threatened her because she was calling them out about how they are. She said, how is it I'm a woman and I'm making more money than you, I'm doing better than you? And they were pissed off, talking about, you better watch your mouth. And if I see you in the street, like, really? Like you threatening her because you dusty? It's the truth. I've seen that. Stop going to these people's country. Stay in your own. Build your own up. You always, them people don't want you in the West. They don't want you in Europe. They don't want you in Spain. They don't want you in America. They don't want you like that. They'll handpick a few of you who are raccoons and who are smart, who are at least book smart. They'll pick a few of you, but they don't want the majority of you. Stay your behind in your country and fight for your country and man up. Not every brother over there is like that. Of course not. But I seen too many that are like that. And how is that even acceptable? You got to get that defeated mentality out your head and be a strong, courageous, doggone man. You let other groups of men put hands on you, like the video in Kenya that time. Chinese man literally whipping him with a whip because he was late to work. I wish the dude would. Talking about, I'm gonna whip you with a whip because you late to work. I say, man, you go ahead and pick that up. You go ahead, go ahead and hit me if you want to. Go ahead. I promise you, you're gonna regret it. Hit me if you want to. I dare you to. But see, they're not gonna put a hand on me or another brother from here. They know better. They say, nah, I'm not gonna touch them. I'm worried about them Negroes. I'm scared of them. That's just a reality. That's just a reality. Don't come over here talking about Black Americans are lazy. Black Americans have no culture. Black Americans this, Black Americans that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because we have a culture of busting your head. That's in our culture. That shows. We're head busters. And a lot of you that have came over here have come from a culture where you let other groups of people put hands on you like that. Let's call it what it is. I think y'all need to kind of chill out a little bit with these diaspora wars. You really do. Because if people really start pointing out what happens over there. Now, see, look, they got to gang up on us to do something. Gang up. It's not never no one-on-one anything. Because they get their behind whipped if it's one-on-one. We know this. We got to have a militarized police force to deal with us. But these jokers over here with sticks whipping you behind, not even militarized like that. And y'all put up with it, y'all stand there and watch that mess. That's just sickening. Man, just man up, man. Man up. Provide for the women on the African continent. Respect women. Stop putting your hands on them, because that happens too. You're always putting hands on the African women. Putting hands on them because they're trying to tell you what's right, what you need to be doing. I'm seeing big signs in South Africa say stop gender-based violence. Then I talk to different women that's coming from that country and say, yeah, even if you report some of them to the police will ask you what you do. You know what I mean? Like, nah, bro, that's not it. Y'all, you gotta treat the women better than that. You gotta provide, man. Stop being so doggone weak. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on the podcast. We greatly appreciate it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. That way you know exactly when we post another podcast. Click the like button. It's very important for the algorithm and everything, so we can spread the videos in the algorithm. If you're enjoying the show, leave us a love offering. We greatly appreciate it. So thank you for listening. We'll see you on the next.